Alright guys, welcome back to channel. Today's vlog is gonna be kind of bittersweet. Just went out for my first ride of the season. It's about 14-15 degrees and bike's running well, but as you can probably tell, by the title, somebody passed away, and that somebody was a man who I worked with at my current job for 3 years. I've been there for a little more than 3 years, but it was someone who was a customer service person, if you will. I don't know what the proper term is. And his name, Sheldon Lange. Yes, same name as me, Sheldon. And I just, as much as I would like to, just do a normal vlog, I feel like I kind of got to get this off my chest. And I never actually met the guy, which I know a lot of people are probably going to think, like, if you worked with him for 3 years but never met him, like, how can it have such an effect on you? And when I found out that he passed away, it was it almost brought me to tears. And I guess I guess I should just start from the beginning. And so when I first started at my current job, my boss had mentioned my name in a conversation, but it sounded weird. It was like something about, call Sheldon. And I'm thinking, like, call Sheldon? I'm like, what do you mean call me? Right? Because I don't know too many people with my name. So, and I obviously found out that he was referring to another Sheldon who works at Parts Canada. And so, as the purchaser and having like different questions about products and whatever, like, Sheldon was the guy you would call up if you had any questions or problems or whatever, and he would take care of that stuff for you. And so obviously it was quite comical when we first spoke on the phone. I called him up, and he obviously would have said, Sheldon speaking, and I'd say, hi Sheldon, it's Sheldon. So it was kind of funny for us in the beginning, because it was just funny. And in email correspondence, you've got to Sheldon, from Sheldon, that type of deal. And so that was quite funny, especially if I was trying to show my boss something and would say, oh, this is the response I got from Sheldon, and they'd be like, which one's who again? like it was funny. And the thing is, I think the reason why it's affected me the way that it has of losing him is that there's two reasons. And one of the reasons, I won't go into great detail, but I knew that he was battling cancer. I knew that, like, he spoke to me about his personal life, just in reference to that, because he was head of the office. You get the auto response for the emails, and so he told me about some treatments and whatever else, right, in regards to the battle with cancer he was having. And I ended up losing my uncle last summer, and because I knew Sheldon was going through his own treatments and his own struggle and everything, I ended up sending him an email saying like, hey, like my uncle just passed away, and I was thinking about you. And he replied back, like, sorry to hear that, cancer's not nice, and proceeded to tell me about tumors or whatever, procedures, that type of thing. Just give me an update of how he was doing. And I guess it's kind of hard to gauge of where someone is in their battle, because I can understand, because his one comment was the test is to see if I can get through a day without taking a nap. And knowing what my uncle went through, I knew exactly what he was talking about, so I could totally understand and totally relate to what he was going through, his struggle. And the second reason why it's affected me so much is that this guy was so passionate about his work that it didn't matter what my question was or what my issue was in regards to the parts, whether it was for a customer, whether it was like a warranty problem or something, or even if it was even like a personal question, because obviously you should be allowed to order your own stuff as well, right? You can't just do everything for everybody else. And so when it came down to me looking for riding gear or anything else, I would ask him, and he would just give his honest opinion, and because of him, like this jacket that I'm wearing right now, this is that's because of him. Because like I had a question about jackets and other things, products for my bike or whatever, and there were some times where I said, hey, like what color is this, right? Because it was kind of hard to tell from the catalog photos or whatever. And on occasion he would say, oh, I'll run down to the warehouse and I'll get some photos for you and I'll send them to your email, which I thought was really crazy, because like, oh, like that seems to like go above and beyond what you're supposed to do. But I've even gone above and beyond in my job for customers, and so for him to take the time and do that for me, I know he's doing that for probably everybody else, and that just really reassures me that he was so passionate about his job and helping others that he was the go-to guy. He was the guy that you could rely on, and he would go above and beyond, and he was always honest with you as well, and good with communication, because obviously if you're really, really busy, and normally you're used to someone responding within like a day or whatever, or whatever, however long it takes, there on occasion he would say, hey, what, I am swamped today, the phones are ringing off the hook, is this really urgent? And I would say, no, you can take your time with it, right? And he would say, okay, great, I should have an answer for you by the end of tomorrow or the week, or depending on when it was that I was emailing him. And just such a great guy, like super passionate about his work. And I think that because of his example and his work ethic and everything else, like that speaks volumes to, like if you have a job that you're really passionate about, very much like he was, very passionate about his work, and the people, and just so much passion and care. He was definitely doing what he loved. And that's just my take on it, from the outside. But it really makes you wonder, like if it weren't for him, like obviously I wouldn't be, wearing certain gear or been able to help certain customers or whatever. And, everything, every little bit has kind of contributed to that. And I think that seeing people who are passionate really gives you perspective. And, having just gone out for a ride, I think I was gone for an hour and a half. And, just I ran an errand and went down by the river and went for a nice cruise. But, it's, for me, I guess the ride was kind of processing losing him. And again, like I never met him. I spoke to him on the phone, corresponded through emails, but it's, I don't know. And it just felt weird. It felt weird saying my own name because we had the same name. So I'd answer the phone at work and Sheldon speaking, but in the back of my mind, it just felt weird for some reason. But anyway, getting emotional here. But yeah, I wish this was a happier vlog, but I know that he was super passionate about his work. He loved what he did, and I really hope that I can carry on in what I do and feel as passionate and be as caring about my interactions with other people just as he was, and yeah, I hope that I can do what he did, and be doing what I'm passionate about and help others and make a difference, I guess. At the end of the day, make a difference in the world, make a positive influence, and yeah. So anyway, today's ride was kind of me trying to clear my head. I don't know if it necessarily worked or not, but it was a nice ride. And yeah, so I think this is might become a thing, where I, instead of vlogging about my week, if I lose someone, it's kind of nice remembering the good people and what they did for you, and the positive influences they had on you as well. I mean, I've lost other people, but I've never actually sat down and recorded a video and talked about it. But maybe it's something I should consider doing more often. So that's it for today. If you guys, I don't care if you guys like this video, but leaving some comments. If you guys knew Sheldon Lange, leave some comments. If you didn't know him, but you've lost someone else in a similar situation, someone you worked with, and had a positive influence on you, leave a comment down below. Tell me your story. Tell me their story. And, yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one.